Hello, lovelies. It's Dee here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channel message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance, my sweets. Okay, so as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to get into what you can expect for 2023. So again, at the end of the day, this is a collective reading, so we're drawing for, a big collective of people. It's over who all will watch this video, into the future. So let's go ahead and pull from it. Also, you are more than welcome to watch this video into 2023, or if this is after 2023 to help you, I don't know, just kind of reflect back on what happened. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm gonna break this down into like 3 parts. So we're gonna do like, actually, let me get something to take note. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we're going to break this down into 3 parts. We're going to break it down into like the very beginning of the year, and then like kind of like the end of winter, the beginning of spring. Part 2 is going to be summer, and then part 3 is going to be fall into the end of the year and like the beginning of winter for 2024. So if you have a particular time that you're really interested in, you are welcome to check out. I'm going to have timestamps in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get into part 1. Okay. All right. So what can my collective expect for the first part of 2023? So the very beginning and then into the kind of defrost and spring. What can they expect, Spirit? Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to pull some of the Moonology deck cards to get like general events or general kind of like feelings of what's going to be happening. And then we're going to clarify more with the tarot. Okay, so we're going to use the oracle cards to get this. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, so in general, you're going to feel quite lucky for the beginning few months of 2023. I feel like you're going to be seeing a turnaround. There's something here that you're going to realize that something that you thought was a very certain type of way, or that was supposed to happen a very certain type of way, you're kind of realizing that that's not really how it's going to happen. That's not really what was going down. You actually have some different options, or maybe even something that you thought was a door, an opportunity that you had lost out on, or a door that was closed to you now is going to reopen, possibly from a different person, from a different place, in a different way. But something that you thought was kind of solidified and set into be a certain way, you're going to realize nothing was set in stone. Things aren't 100% the way you thought they were going to be. And this really feels like in a positive way to me. Also, conclusions are within reach. So I definitely feel like you're going to feel like some issues or some problem, some dilemma, something that you're ready to come to an end at the, obviously, you're going to realize that there are some things that you're like, I'm leaving that in 2022, and 2023 is a new year. You might be like a new year, new me sort of type thing, where you're like, no, seriously, like I really want to leave that in the past. I really want to let go of that. I really want to move on. Like, I don't feel like keeping this and having this still hanging around, like I'm really ready for something else to really bloom here. And it's really, with this full moon eclipse, it's feeling like, you're really releasing something to allow, because you're like, wow, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I'm releasing a certain viewpoint or something that's allowing something new to come in. And it's really going to give you a lot of the energy that you need to be bold and make the first move, to really take this into a new direction, to take whatever this is, whether or not it's a relationship, or it's a career, or it's a philosophy, or it's a workout regimen, spiritual regimen, whatever it is, eating healthy, whatever it is, you're really going to be really pumped up in the end of winter, the kind of beginning few months and into the spring. Like, you are really, really, really going to be releasing, letting go. And as spring is like, things are defrosting and thawing out, and things are starting to bloom and come back around and open back up, I really feel like that it's really going to be like a really big motivator for you to let go of this and be like, you know what, it's giving me emperor energy. Honestly, it's giving me really big like masculine emperor vibes of like, I'm going to come out of a more feminine role in of kind of sitting back, relaxing, letting things, and kind of getting more into a creation role. I also feel like in the beginning, first part of the year, that you are really going to be feeling that you are actually feeling quite safe, that you are feeling quite taken care of, that you're feeling quite supported, especially if there was some kind of issues in interpersonal relationships that have been coming to an end here. That's really going to be happening, and you're going to be feeling a lot more stable, a lot more secure in the relationships and in the people that you have around you, your family, your finances. Things are really going to start to stabilize out for you. And this is moving closer into spring. I really feel like you're really going to start to be feeling a lot more emotionally stable and safe and secure. 555, and this could be a really big change. 555 down on the clock when I was saying that. That could be a really big change for you because you are being so inspired by whatever this is that you're cutting out and that you're letting go of. So for some of you, say this is like, okay, I'm gonna start a new spiritual routine or a new workout routine or a new something. As you're letting go of the old stiffness of, I could just never do that. I could never do that. You know, oh, I bet I could never be that flexible, or I could never cut that out, or I could never work out every day, or I just don't think you're going to realize, actually, I fucking can. Actually, I can. And I'm a badass at it too. And actually, I can do this, and I can release and let go. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm going to put it into work. I'm going to put in that work. I'm going to go to it. I'm going to do it. And it's going to inspire me to start new things and start even more things. Or, you know, what else did I think was impossible in my life that I'm fucking doing and that I'm accomplishing and that I'm moving forward on? Like, and as you start to find that stability in yourself, and you start to rely on yourself, and you start to see that you're showing up for yourself, or that you're showing up for this energy, whatever it is in your life, that's when you're going to feel so much more safe and secure in where you are, because you're like, wow, I really have myself. I've got myself. I'm secure. I feel a lot more happy and safe in the relationships and in the current situations that I'm in, and the, you know, into the people that I have around me, into the things that I'm giving energy to in my life. And it's adding so much to my stability, to my sustainability, to just, yeah, like you're just feeling all the way around so much better. I'm sorry, I just hear a plane. I'm just like, what is that noise? I hear a plane. It's like a really low flying plane going over. So I definitely feel like there is a really big evolution in self and mindset, and something that really kind of clicks, and you're like, I got it. I'm doing it. I'm going. Let's go. Let's go. Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. And that for a lot of you, a new romantic cycle begins. And I really feel like you're going to be here towards the end of spring. You could be finding a really strong relationship, or you could be finding a really strong, like, you're getting into your, like, you're finding your vibe, right? What is it that they say that it takes? It's like 3 weeks, 3 months, something like that. It's like several months into the year, you're going to be finding that habit. To set a habit, it takes a certain amount of time that you have to do it, like daily, to like get yourself into doing it, to set something that becomes, to set a routine, to set into a habit. And that's what it feels like. And it's going to be really issuing in like towards the like mid to like the end springtime. So I'm getting like March and April, that kind of energy around there. It's going to be feeling like, wow, like I'm really creating a brand new life for myself, or I've really been striving, and I've really been putting in that work, and I'm really actually creating a whole new cycle for myself. Like, I'm really been, you know, going and staying consistent and staying dedicated, and I see the changes in my life. Like, I see my life changing. I see my mental health, or my health, you know, my physical health, or my, you know, health in my relationships. I'm really seeing the big differences, and it's being very obvious, not just to me, but to people around me in my life too. It's like, wow, like, nah, like I see the differences. Like, like I'm really getting into it. Like, wow, like I'm down for this. Like, this is so beautiful. And also for some of you, this is going to come with like a new relationship into your life as well. Okay. So definitely feeling that stability, feeling that sense of self, feeling that like, I'm into this. I'm into this. I can do this. I got this. Yeah. Oh, yes. getting into that role, getting to that destiny, right place, right time. And you're just like, you're doing it, right? You're letting go of the past and you're feeling so much more happy and healthy and confident and attractive. And like, you're loving your body, or you're loving this new mindset that you're in. You're like, wow, this is helping me so much. And I just feel like so much improving. And it's like getting, instead of getting stuck in like a negative echo chamber, it's like creating positivity and getting like really getting hooked on creating more positivity and creating more positive and creating more positivity, and just amplifying and amplifying and amplifying and amplifying, kind of like a runaway train in your life, and how that's just going to cause so much beauty and so much understanding and so much like healing to happen in your life, a lot more trust in yourself, a lot more trust in your body, a lot more trust in, and like, wow, I really can do this. I really can stay dedicated to this. I really can do this. And when I do it, when I dedicate, when I go for it, when I give everything I've got to it, 10:44 down on the clock, it changes my life. My life is changing. And it might not be every facet of your life, but I definitely see you seeing after, at least, so whatever this is, Spirit is saying, if you will just give it some serious January, February, March, April, give it 4 months of dedication, of doing it and believing in yourself and pushing yourself and setting those goals and reaching those goals and doing it, and loving yourself and creating this positive love and light environment for yourself. Wow. Just in a couple of months, you are going to see a dramatic difference in your life, and it's going to feel like you're in a different world, like you are on, and what this is creating a timeline jump for you. Like, you're really going to be merging and changing into a different timeline. If that kind of stuff resonates with you, or you really believe in that kind of, like, you're going to be shifting realities. You're going to be shifting into a much more positive love and light energy for yourself. And the more that you're in that, the more you're going to attract that. Right? And that happens when you really decide, fuck the past. I'm letting that go. I'm not letting it drive me anymore. I'm letting it go. Whatever it was, I'm closing it out. 2022, it can stay with it forever. And I'm going a different direction. Something that I thought was impossible is, Spirit is saying, nothing is impossible, right? Something that you thought could never happen, it's going to happen. Yeah, and it's going to cause, King of Pentacles, it's going to cause you to ground into this new timeline, into this new shift for yourself, into this new state of being. Yes, honey, and you were going to be so fucking happy. I'm sorry, I'm going to almost cry right now. You were just going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Like, this is so beautiful. And what did I just say? I was just about to say, now let's pull on this energy right here, but there it is, Two of Cups. I was just about to say, let's pull on this, you feeling safe. And with you feeling so stable and safe and attractive and whatever it is that you're doing, this is creating so much positive energy and positive thought process for you. You're like, yeah, I am the shit. Yeah, I am that bitch. Yeah, I am that dude. Yeah, I am doing that. Yeah, I do care about people, and I'm making a change, and I have this, and I'm getting that, and I'm succeeding, and look at me go. And when you're doing that, you're gonna align straight up into the people and the places and the things that are really going to continue that energy, right? So this is about changing the momentum, right? Your momentum has been going, your thought process has been going. There's a lot of energy behind you having the thought process that you had in the past, right? And this is about you consistently stopping that momentum, slowing everything down, and reversing it and changing the direction and building up and building up and building up and building up and building up. And then when you are consistently saying no to the negative thoughts, saying no to the I can't, saying no to the what if, saying no to the fear mentality, saying no to the lack mentality, when you are just giving and giving and doing on the positive side of it. And you don't have to be positive and perfect all the time, but when you are most of the time, the majority of the time that you are seeing the positive in life, wow, will it just amplify and amplify and amplify into your life. And you are going to be you are going to be separating yourself away from the things that kind of dragged you down, the codependency, the fear, the lack, all of those things. And you're going to be cultivating this whole new, like, brilliant mentality and this brand new foundation for yourself to build on and to move forward into. And like I said, with this new romantic cycle beginnings and feeling safe, the more you feel safe and the more that you are working on your independence and that you are working on this blooming and growing for you, the more that you are going to be seeing that you are more independent and you can handle yourself and you can handle good positive relationships, and the more you will be building those in. So this is about finding those friends who going out there, finding those new activities, finding those new gym buddies, finding those new activities in your life and your friends and in your family that are really promoting this new positive growth inside of yourself, and finding those people, going out, taking those classes, going out there, meeting those people who have the same passions and the same wants and the same, it's going out there and joining that book club. It's going out there and finding that yoga class. It's going out there and going to that spiritual shop and going to those places and going to those meetings and going to those book signings and going to those things that light you up and make you feel good, and it's about going out there and connecting with those people who are on that same wavelength, who are, riding that same train of feeling good and high vibrational, and about bringing those good, positive, love and light companionships into your life, right? Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Hey, sweetie pie. Hey. Yeah, I definitely, you saw how when I started talking about that, how there's suddenly all my dogs are coming in and they're just like, hey, like, yeah, that's how people are going to be like running into your life. They're going to be like, hey, we see that you're on this fantastic high vibration. And of course, that also means there are going to be people who are like, what you doing way up there? You need to come down here. But you're going to learn how to bop, swipe on those people, and no place for the negativity in my life. I'm giving energy to the positive things. I'm giving energy to the love and light in my life. I'm not giving energy to the negative BS. That's from the past. And I definitely feel like, again, you are going to be attracting some very like-minded individuals into your life. The more that you are getting into that energy, the more you're going to be attracting that energy in, right? Attracting that passion, that growth, that want, And yeah, there are going to be you having to be like, nah, to a few people who don't deserve that time and that energy in your life. You can't ever, you might never get to a place where, you don't ever bump in or run into those people. I don't know, you might get to a point where you don't bump in and run into like super low vibrational people, but, you know, the world is a wide place out there, but you're definitely, the more that you choose to walk away from things that are not that good for you into things that are really good for you and that are really challenging you, that are really, pushing you forward, the more you're going to get that back, the more you're going to get that just like love and light and beauty in the world, right? Wow. So this is a super positive first couple of months in your 2023. This is beautiful, collective. Okay. Let's continue to see how this year is going. So let's go ahead and move into the mental. So the mental month. So around the summer month. So starting probably around May, June, July, and August. Let's do that. May, June, July, and a little bit into August, maybe even. Yeah. So let's get into it. I know you don't want me to use these. I'm just shuffling. Okay. So you might face something that makes you feel a little bit indecisive, especially in the beginning or like midsummer. Okay. So maybe in June or July. So Spirit saying something significant about Cancer or Leo season is really significant here around that kind of area. Some kind of new beginning. Again, there's more of this believe in the impossible. I definitely feel like you are still in the early months of the summer, that you are still going to be really riding high on like how fantastic things, how really believing in things happening in the past. Again, there's that Leo energy with this, there could be new Okay, so you might find new things to say that you are going on this brand new path, okay? There's going to be some new challenges that arise. Say that like, because we were just talking about that earlier. say it is you going on a new body healthy journey, okay? And say that you lose a ton of weight and that you start really, you start looking different, you feeling different, you're moving different, you're wearing clothes different, you're doing different things. That means you're attracting different people. That also might mean that you might have the opportunity to get a little full of yourself or feel a little certain type of way. I'm not saying that you are, but if you start to kind of get that, you might have some opportunities to kind of check your pride, to check your ego, to make sure that you're not getting a little too full of yourself, that you're staying humble with all of this brilliant, positive love and light energy that's flowing into your life. Keep it on the love and light. Hold your vision of why you originally started this journey, okay? For some of you, this could be like you discovering a new talent and like really getting into it and, like blowing up over it or having a really successful business. This is about you remembering why you started this off and staying humble about it, not turning it into about money or it's about image or until about, being too heavily about, I know there's something here. Somebody is going to have some issues about something about social media. It's like a temptation. It's like a temptation to kind of get a little fake or to get a little like, to kind of get like the big head about yourself, to really get the big head about yourself and start seeing yourself as better than other people or above other people. And you might be the type of person that's sitting here going, I'm not that type of person, but I don't know. There's an opportunity. That might not apply to you, but there is an opportunity here. Communication is key. How you're going to be talking to the people around you is going to be very important. And again, your commitment is going to be tested, right? Like I said before, your commitment to what your original vision for this was is going to be tested. So make sure that you are holding your original vision of why you were doing this to begin with. And for some of you, you might even have an opportunity for a continued evolution in your spiritual path, right? To a point where it's like, hey, why did you start this journey? Because you wanted to make your ex, you want to get a revenge body for your ex? Is it really about them anymore? Or is it about you just feeling better and looking better and, and caring more about yourself, right? So for some of you, there's going to be a, like I said, this is a collective reading, so there is a possibility for a wide why. Like, why is this happening? Why is this kind of moment of, okay, let's pull it back into center and remember why we're doing this. Let's not get too far ahead of yourself. For some of you, it could be Spirit wants you to check you on your spending habits or on your investment habits, or making sure that you're still doing those checks on what, that you're still checking into yourself as to, am I keeping true to myself? Am I keeping true to my original, to what I am, to what I started this out for? Am I getting the big head, or am I getting, am I starting to worry too much about the money or the sponsorships or whatever it is that I'm getting out of this? And, there's a good remember who you are. Like, remember why you started this. Remember what the original journey is. There's going to be a moment here where you have a moment, and it's going to be about how you talk to people and how you talk to yourself, right? This is going to be about the message you are communicating to people, right? The message, right? There's going to be this opportunity here in the summer to remember what your original message was about, to remember what this really was about. Also, some of you might get sick around this time, so make sure that you are kind of like going up, especially if you're traveling. And also Spirit is saying that some of you might get quite successful, and you might have a moment here in the summer where you're like, I need to remember that it's not just about jumping on this flight and then going and burning myself out. Be aware of burnout. Yeah, this is a time for healing. So there is going to be another opportunity that comes up here. It's an opportunity for a time of healing. There could be an opportunity here to heal a relationship with people in your past. It could be with a Capricorn. But I really feel like also at this time, you're going to be seeing the hard work that you were doing in the first part of the year just tripling, doubling. Yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. Exactly, right? And the more that you make it focused on your healing and improving and making things better for yourself, the more you're going to get that. You're going to see some of your dreams. I'm hearing manifestation. So those manifestation boards that you're making, are going to be very significant. Also feel like now in in midsummer. Almost said, yeah. Communication and how you're communicating with somebody and how you're handling a very particular situation is going to be so important. For some of you, it could be signing a contract, or it could be a soul contract that you have with a particular person that's in and out of your life. It's given me kind of like a really, like a big pivotal point in your life. Like, this could go this way or this could go that way. It's giving me that kind of situation. That's why I was getting this kind of like time to make a decision. Time to make a decision on something. It could be on a relationship. It could be on a location. It could be on staying or going. Yeah, I just heard that. Should I stay or should I go now? What should I release? What should I let go of? Yeah, for some of you, it is going to be about your ego. It is going to be about bringing it back to center, about this was originally about. What was this originally about? What was my original intention in this? And evaluating that. And really working on how you communicate and who you connect with, how you're communicating your original purpose. What was the original purpose? Because some of you are going to get so caught up in like friendships and romances and doing this that spirit might have to have a moment of being like, hey, I'm so happy that you're going on vacations and that you're getting the money and that your bank account is really doing well and that you're doing really well and you look really great and you finally have the body of your dreams, or you're finally in the financial or mental state of your dreams. That's fantastic. Don't forget what this was about. Not that I want to give you a reality check and I want to bring you down, but remember, all this is flowing into your life for a purpose. So make sure that you are channeling that into this purpose while also having fun. So this is also about you finding a work fun balance here as well. A fiery climax approaches. I definitely feel like here sometime soon, and this around this season here, around like the mid, like I said, June. This is gonna be June, July. I'm hearing Midsummer's Night's Dreams. That's what I was hearing. So I'm feeling very dreamy. Oh, okay. So I'm hearing that. So this is love. Na 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 na. So this is love. Yeah, so you could get really kind of like caught up and kind of, oh, that's so sweet. You could meet somebody really, really, really special to you. Really, really special to you. And you could be kind of a little getting caught up and a little, in the bedroom all the time, or, flying here, going on vacations, or doing this. I don't know. It's just something where you're kind of, it's like you might get a little bit pulled off of like topic, where you're like taking a few more vacations, or you're not, paying as close attention to your spiritual path, or to, like cheating on your diet a lot of it, or something like that, or you're kind of like, whoa, like, okay, I need to get back into it. But look how much I'm smiling though. It's a wonderful feeling. But spirit, just in the summer, spirit might be telling you like, hey boo, I'm so happy that you're having fun with your life, and I would never tell you to stop having fun, but I'm just gonna be here to tell you, hey, you know, serious time there needs to be balance here. Don't, because it feels like in the beginning of the year you might be so just like, yes, go, 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 that you might get to a point where you're like, and something might happen, and then you're like, play, 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 fun, 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 and where it's like, whoa, that's a lot of fun. I would never want you to not have fun, but there needs to be work and fun. There needs to be improvement and playtime, off time and go time. So yeah, and there's something here that you're gonna really need to release. I'm not seeing it as much as a relationship as much as it is like a psychology that you might need to release. Um, yeah, there might be a situation here. Oh, I just noticed this. There's so much purple here. Like, there's a little bit of blue here, but purple, 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 purple everywhere. So this is really about your mind. Yeah, again, because I'm being reminded of like the third eye, and it's reminding me of like your psychology, like what are you thinking? What are you putting out there? What are you listening to? And how is that affecting you? So definitely be aware of that. And again, with the it's time to release any kind of negativity that might come into your life. So there might be a contract, there might be something that comes up that you're just like, damn, I didn't think I was gonna have to do this, but I'm gonna have to end this. Like, and there could be an opportunity to get into kind of a low place or get a little bit depressed about it, or to be like, you know what, I'm going to slack off a little bit about this. I'm going to take a month-long vacation because I deserve it. And Spirit is saying, you do deserve it, but don't get too carried away with it. Like, that's just what Spirit, yeah. Don't get too carried away with it. And there's something here too about believing in the impossible. There's something that you're like, that could never happen. This person could never do that, or that could never happen. And you're just like, it happened. Like that shit, it happened. What do I do now? Yeah, and of course, and yeah, and you right again. Here's that nothing is set in stone energy. So this nothing set in stone energy is coming back around. So the very energy that put you into this situation in the beginning that really like made you be like, you know what, F this. I don't have to view things the way that I view things in the past. Let's go. And you're going forward. And then there's going to be a time, like kind of like mid-year, where you're really asked to re-examine another thought process that has either was not hiding, but it's kind of like lingering under the surface, or has been brought to the surface based on how the first part of your year went. There's something here about, I don't want to say like the dark side of success or anything like that. It's not like the dark side of success, but it's like, oh, there is a different part of my character, or there's a different part of since so much has changed in my life. Like, I'm having to ask myself, like, am I okay with me acting like this, or I'm okay with this happening? Like, it's a reevaluation point. It's a, okay, here's where I am. Here's how things have been different. Is the way I've been handling it going to be the most efficient and the most profitable and the most like stable and secure and high vibrational place to take the rest of my year? Like, it's been great. It's been wonderful. So this could even be a moment of like rebranding, like a rebranding, or being like, you know what? I really like the direction that I'm going in, but I've been being so guided to kind of add this content or do this instead. It's like, oh, I've been doing this, but it's kind of really made me wanna, through all the experiences that I've been having, it's made me wanna branch off in this different direction too. Is that okay? Is this on brand? Or do I want to rebrand? Like, it can be something like that. So I don't want you to think like automatically this is something negative, but it's like a situation here where you might get an opportunity to be like, wow, like I never thought in the past that this is something that I'd want to do, but because of the relationships that I've had, because of the sponsorships, or because of the people I've been working with, or the things that I've been doing, like I never thought this would be a possibility, but now it's here and I kind of really want to explore it. But is it okay? Is it on brand? Is it me? Does it, how can I make this work? Why am I trying to make this work? Is this just about money? Is this just about my image? Is this really at the core the message that I want to give about who I am and what I believe in? Yeah. You know? So if you're some kind of content creator or something, or you're some kind of artist or something, this could be being like, I want to make a new album, but I want it to be a completely different genre than I've really worked on, or I want to make it about something else, or, I want to change up the beat, or I want to change this up, or I want to start, I've always painted landscapes, but now I've been really, guided to start painting people, I want to change it up. Is that going to be okay? Is it okay for me to trust where I'm being guided, right? Why am I being guided in this direction? Yeah, that's what I'm getting off of that. And it really is gonna have you in a situation where you're like, oh, what am I doing? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I feel like it's gonna be the first time in this year of just like positive jumping, good and positive, yes, 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 yes. And then you get to this point where you're like, whoa, and you're like on the edge, and you're like, ooh, 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 okay, ooh, okay, I almost just flew off the edge, but let me sit back. Let me think about this. Is this what I want? It's an opportunity. Should I take it? Is it going to be an opportunity that I really want? It's going to be a really big opportunity for a massive change and a massive shift, you know? And it's about you determining where you want that shift to go and what energy you want to bring forward into that shift, right? You can always spin it in a positive way, but it's just about your particular situation. So Spirit is saying this will come up and it will be about you spinning this in a positive direction, but it's just about you deciding what direction is positive and what's going to work for you. And there is going to be a sense here of you releasing negativity, okay? Because you could come to a sense of you have known every single step. You know, you got into that flow of knowing exactly what you wanted, and oh, yep, this and this and this and this and this, and then all of a sudden you come to something you're like, I really don't know how to handle this. What do I really do? This is a really big thing, you know. And Spirit, it's an opportunity for you to release some kind of negativity. It's a really big opportunity, and for some of you, it could be like, I can't do that. I can't take that. Me me giving that talk, me writing a book, me changing my brand, me doing this instead of that. But I've always done that. Me getting this grant, me, little old me. You want me to do that? You want me to speak at this conference? You want me to teach that class? You want me to do that? That's crazy. And it's an opportunity for you to understand that it is time for you to believe in the impossible. Something that you thought you could never do, you are accomplishing. And it's giving you this kind of crisis energy where you're like, am I really ready for this? And Spirit saying, yes, expect a very powerful change. It's time for you to release your limitations you're putting on yourself. Keep building on the momentum, even if it's something that kind of scares you, or even if it's something that pushes you in a new direction. Believe in your momentum. Believe in your momentum, because you are aligning with those things that are, you know, that might not make sense now, but in the future you'll look back and go, wow, imagine if I hadn't taken that opportunity. You know, you could be in a completely different place. And I really feel like that's the whole energy of this like mid to late summer vibe of 2023 is, where do I go from here? Where to from here? Where am I going? What do I really want? Yeah. An opportunity is going to rise up really rapidly, really quickly. It might even have you feeling very emotional. Maybe for some of you, I don't know why I want to say this, but maybe kind of angry, or making you feel like, what the hell? Like, why? And that could not be the actual opportunity. It could be the way some people around you, some friends or family or a spouse or um, somebody around you reacts to the opportunity. You could have some people that are like, you could never do that. And you're like, excuse me, what? That kind of thing, you know, like, if I was you, I wouldn't take that opportunity. You're like, but so, but I don't feel that it's going to last very short. If there is a feeling of anger, or like kind of like wanting to argue or wanting to go back and forth about it, I don't think that's going to last for long. That's something that you're going to get out of pretty quickly within a couple of days or a couple of weeks. That's going to pass by pretty quick. I think within like a week or two max, that any kind of anger or any kind of like judgmental energy or something like that is going to be resolved. Just trust your way through it, trust your instincts, and trust the universe to resolve it, and that you will know how to resolve that issue if anger is a reaction that somebody around you has, or if you have, to the situation that's arising. Communication is going to be key. You are going to be tested. What do you want to build here? Right? What are you growing? What are you building? Will you have the patience to see your way through it? Will you have the patience to not jump on and sign something without really seeing what the fine print is, without having somebody look over it? You know, patience is going to be key here in the summer energy here in 2023. Patience is going to be key. Like, you're really going to need to pay attention to what you want to build here into the future, and understand you don't need to rush, right? You don't need to rush. Like, a decision doesn't need to be made today, right now, or you don't get it, right? It's that kind of energy. It's like, be wary of somebody who wants you to sign a contract before you can get people to look over it, or you know, they might be like, okay, you can, but this contract is going to last forever. Like, okay, but it can wait for me to have somebody look over it that I know knows what I'm doing. Yeah, you're definitely going to be given a big opportunity here midsummer, and you're going to be like, what should I do? But the energy, like, Spirit you need to know that this is another opportunity for you to heal, just like you have the opportunity now and you're having the opportunity to grow and to train yourself, and to strengthen yourself, to strengthen your resolve, to strengthen your inner dependence on yourself, and your reliability within yourself. It's a brand new opportunity to heal and have a brand, like a even, to have like a renewing. It's almost like a 6-month renewal. It's like Spirit's going to come in and be like, okay, do you want to de-escalate the way you're going, or do you want to continue to jump on and to amplify the energy into a positive love and light growth opportunity? You've been learning things, you've been, conquering things for the past 6 months. What are you gonna do? All right, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do at this midpoint right now? There's an opportunity here, an opportunity to bring in a lot of healing and love and light into your life. But again, Spirit is leaving it pretty open. Yeah, Betty. Yeah, buddy. There's a tower opportunity here that's going to come forward. Ooh, for some of y'all, it is going to be a kind of temptation energy, right? But for some of you, like I said, this is going to be your fear, right? Your fear, or somebody else's fear, or somebody else's pain, or somebody else's judgment, some kind of other type of judgmental energy, or something that's going to kind of pop out in you or somebody around you. Or like I said, a moment to check yourself, like, have I been, what am I letting guide me? Am I letting my wants of material things guide me? Am I letting my shadow guide me? Am I letting my fear guide me and want to pounce and sign something before I really read through it or figure out what's going on for it? Am I wanting to jump into a relationship because I'm feeling very lustfully tempted or something like that, Or am I being very tempted by, karmic interactions in my life? Am I being very tempted to shift my focus more onto... There's somebody here, I'm telling you, there's somebody here that is going to struggle a little bit with the fact that you are finally going to have the body of your dreams. And, you might be kind of surprised of the reaction that you have about that. You might kind of get a big, I'm not even going to lie, you might get a big head on you. You might be like, yeah, you see this? Yeah, I'm that bitch. Yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm on Instagram popping pictures of my booty popping and shit like that. Yeah. And if that's truly what you want to do, that's cool. But for this person, this is going to be an energy that you're kind of like, you might want to step back and get a bigger picture view and be like, whoa, am I getting a little too caught up in this? Am I getting a little too caught? Is this why I originally did this? Let me ask myself that. Is this turning me into a bitch? Is it making me, is it affecting me in a negative way? Is it making me treat other people in a negative way? For some of you, this could even be a moment where you really have to check yourself on some kind of authority or power that you've gotten. If you get some kind of promotion, and it's, and you're like, wow, like my salary tripled or my salary doubled, and like, wow, I can go and I can spend, and you might have somebody come at you and be like, hey, you've been spending and going and doing a lot. Are you living outside of your means? Are you good? Like, are you okay? You might have something big pop up, and that Spirit's kind of like, slow down. Remember why this happened, or make sure that you're investing in good things, good positive things for yourself. And that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like a reality check coming into your life in a good way, where it's like, hey, remember why you did this. But it's really good. It's like a humbling moment where you're like, oh goodness, thank goodness. Let me get back on track. Because I remember why I started this. I remember why I'm here to begin with. Let me get back on track. Or let me remember, let me remember who the fuck I am. This might even come up because you might have people that are kind of testing your boundaries, especially if you've been on a journey to learn your boundaries and to learn about self-respect, or to learn about what you want and trusting in that. Yeah, you might have some people from your past, or some people trying to hold you back or hold you down, or might even be trying to negatively influence you. Or like I said, if you were having issues with money to begin with, maybe you have the opposite where you're making all this money, but you're not spending it in the right way, or you're like, it's making you cling and hold on to it and becoming even more frugal because you're scared. It's something about getting into some kind of lack mentality here, and it's making you hold back. The fear of it is making you hold back. This could even be about getting out there and getting in good positive relationships or committing to a relationship. You could be having fears about that kind of issue. But I feel like towards the end, going into July and going into August, you're definitely going to be like, you're going to handle this correctly, right? There might be a little bit of drama, but I feel like you are going to end up handling this correctly. You're going to end up standing up for yourself and getting back into realigning with your dreams. Like, why did I start this to begin with? What do I really want here? What are my real goals here? What am I setting? What am I accomplishing? Where is my direction? Where am I going? Where to from here? And I really feel like it's going to bring you back around to this much more. Oh, yeah, that's right. I started this year off with, I wanted to feel happier. I wanted to feel healthier. I wanted to have healthier relationships. I wanted to, 4444 down on the clock. I wanted to have more stability. I wanted to have less drama. I wanted to have more happiness, stability, sustainability, all of that. I wanted to have more balance in my life. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm here for a purpose. So I definitely feel like, okay, so if you are on a spiritual journey and this past 2022, you have been on a journey of shadow work, getting that ass worked out. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really, really cutting a lot of toxic traits, examining yourself, examining your relationships, cutting off certain relationships with people. If this year has felt like going through a dark night of the soul, if it's felt like really dealing with a lot of closing out karmic cycles, I feel like in the beginning, for all that work that you've been putting in for the past year, you're going to feel a great uptick, right? A great escalate, escalating, I don't know, anyway, energy gaining momentum and the positivity back into your life, bringing that positive spin into your life, and ramping back up to the next level, to the next journey, right, to the next part of your journey. Because I really realized that for at least me personally, and for other people that I'm kind of seeing, like, it's not, we think it's a journey where it's just like, it's like you start and then you peak down and then you go to your dark night of the soul and then it just goes back up and it's just up from there, right? That's not how I've really found out, right? It's kind of like you peak and you start, then you kind of vastly go off, and then you kind of plateau for a little bit, and then you go down and you plateau for a little bit, and then you go down, and then the way up is the same way. You go up and then you learn this lesson and you plateau for a little bit, and then so you can learn that lesson so you can recover, and then you bounce back up for a little bit, and then you plateau out. That's kind of what it's felt like, right? But overall, you're still going down and then going back up, right? But at parts it can feel stalled. At parts it can feel like slowed down. And I feel like it's not necessarily going to be like a plateau, but it's going to feel like a little pause. Like midsummer is going to be like a, let me bring it back together. This might even be a situation where you're like, I got to take a week off and rediscover myself, reground myself. You go out into the woods, or you go out and you rent some place by yourself, and you just sit there and do a bunch of yoga and do a bunch of meditating and writing and journaling and writing out your whole goals and everything like that. And then you're like, okay, I got it back together. I know what I'm going. And then starts the later part of your year. Then starts, it's bringing it back, it's bringing it back and being like, oh yeah. So it's like 2023 might have felt like a lot of work, a lot of shadow work, a lot of, cutting out people in your life, cutting out activities, cutting out dramas and addictions and codependency, and just really being face with all this stuff that you need to change, or all this stuff that you need to pay attention to, or all this stuff you've been shoveling down inside, and all of a sudden it's come up. But now you've been examining it, you've been doing the therapy, you've been doing the work, you've been doing the journaling, you've been doing the channeling, you've been doing the work, right? And now it feels like getting that momentum, getting back up, feeling a lot better for yourself. And so the beginning of 2023 is going to be like payday, baby, for all that work you've been doing. You're like going and doing and having a good time and intermingling, and your career's taking off and things are going great and your body's looking good and you're feeling great and you're taking care of yourself and woo, 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 hell yeah. And then there's going to be this moment where you're like, oh, that's right. I am also on a spiritual journey. I am also here to do a mission. I am also here to bring it back together. And there is a goal that I should be long term striving towards, right? And so that's what it kind of feels like. Yeah. And for a lot of you, there's going to be something so significant that happens here. I'm hearing in June or July. It's a really big partnership here. Okay. It's a really big partnership. You might feel a bit defensive about it, or a little bit like, oh, I'm ready for this. Am I ready for that? For some of you, it can even be like you could have somebody propose to you or want to change something a little bit different. But it's like about having faith in your dreams and knowing that this is going to start and this brand new, bringing it back around, making those decisions like, okay, what am I doing? Who am I partnering up with for the long term? Like, it's really time to get serious. So if you did go in relationship wise, this would be like you going through the breakup, then going through the makeup in yourself, you're loving yourself, you're discovering yourself, you're changing the things about yourself, the old relationship, the problems that you saw inside of yourself or in your old relationships. Then you're going out, then you're working out, then you're taking care of yourself, then you're on the uptake, then you're going out and partying and having a good time with your friends and putting yourself out there, and then comes a little bit more serious energy, like, okay, am I ready to get into something more serious? Am I ready to remember that there is a whole journey that I'm doing here? Yeah. And honestly, for some of you, this ten of cups came out, but when it came out uprise, but when it hit the table, it flipped. But then spirit does want it to be in the upright, so that might be a question here for you. Like I said, you might even call off some kind of relationship or decide that there's some relationship that you were working on that maybe perhaps you want to only be friends, or you want, it's like, yeah, it's like having that good time relationship where you're going out and having a good time, and this person, this soulmate is supposed to be in your life for this time, but then it's like, is this really what I want long term? Is this the person I really want to be with long term? You know, is this really what I want long term? Is this really the life that I want long term? Is this making me happy? What am I really committing to? Yeah, it's kind of almost like this moment where it's like, okay, it's time to get serious. It's really time to get serious. What am I doing? Where am I going? You know, I had a really good time, a really fun time, but it's kind of, and it's not like it has to be like all seriousness, no fun. It's not that, but it's like, yeah, what are there some things in my life that are holding me at a distance from what I long term really want? Right? Where do I really want this to go into the future? For some of you, yeah. For some of you, you might be in a situation where you're going out having a really good time, and towards the end of the summer, you could be like, where's this going? Like, we're having a really good time, and I love you, and I care about you, but where's this going? Is a marriage coming? Is a commitment coming? Is more than us just partying and going, or it doesn't even have to be about partying. It's like just good times, fun, lighthearted, traveling, doing those things, which is great. It's great to have those opportunities. It's great to have those relationships that are just really good and fun and happy, but, you know, what I really feel like you're going to move more. I don't know if this is going to be like your biological clock ticking or something where you're kind of like, where's this going long term? Where are my goals going long term? What do I really want long term? And there's going to be this really big opportunity here that's going to kind of send you in a new direction, I feel like. Yeah, and it's going to be justice. So I'm not even going to lie. Some of you might be getting into a relationship like winter, spring, something like that, like the beginning of the year, more towards, I'm feeling more towards spring. And you might have a really glorious couple of months with this person in spring and through the summer. And then by fall, you might be kind of like, this was so beautiful and I was having a really good time, but where is this going? Is this really the person I can see myself with long term? Like, is this marriage material? Or is this or is this a really good time for what it was when it was? It might even be a certain situation where it's like, wow, I got given an opportunity to like move somewhere, like across the world. And is this, can this relationship last long distance? Or does this person want to move with me? Or, yeah. I feel like for a lot of you, if you are in a relationship for the first part of 2023, you might really get single in the ends of summer, in the end of summer and the start of fall. Um, Around July or August, I feel like for a lot of you, you might be kind of, again, beginning a new romantic cycle where you're like, wow, I really need to focus on me. I've had such a good time. You've been a great person, or you've been a great time. You've been great friends, a great circle of people to be around, but something is shifting, something is changing. Yeah, you might even have an argument, or something might even happen that kind of makes you kind of reevaluate what's going on here. Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's going to be like a real betrayal, like this person cheats on you or something like that, but you might just be kind of like, is this long term? Is this really where I want to go? Is this really the person that I want to be with? This might even bring up some, if you or this person has like some newfound like fame, or newfound like, like you're on a fast track and your life seems to be really like like really taking up, this person might have some kind of this person might have some kind of self-sabotaging wants or needs that kind of like pop up, which is why you're having this evaluation of, oh, what have I really been holding on to here, you know yeah. And for some of you, you might decide to really walk away from this. You might decide that it's healthier to walk away from. And for some of you, this could be a career. This could be something that you were involved in, and you're like, I'm gonna gain my independence from this because I need to remember why I started this, what this is really about. And for a lot of you, I'm telling you, there's gonna be this kind of new beginning that happens in late summer, early fall for you. Yeah. Ooh, Empress. Growing something. A business could be growing here. You're manifesting something new. For some of you, this could even be like, if it's a situation where you can get pregnant, or somebody that you're with can get pregnant, that might even be it's like, oh, it's time to get serious. Because yeah, my energy at first was like, hey, go, let's go, woo, woo. And then you're kind of like, okay, impossible. Guess what? We're pregnant. So are we having a good time, or is this something that's serious? Is this something that's really, like, what's really happening here? Because we've been having a great time and you've been great and I really love you and I really care about you. And, or this job, this career has been great, but, I don't know if it's something that I can do while I'm pregnant. Or I don't know if this is, oh, it's really time to get serious, right? And whether or not, like I said, whether or not this is actual pregnancy, or this is like a business, or this is like a relationship or something, but there's something here that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm really feeling that, like June, July, August, in that sphere, in that area right there, where you're really going to be like, okay, it's really time to get serious and think about my future, think about my long term, my legacy, what's really going on here. Yeah. And there's like a shift. There's a shift in you, like really starting something new, manifesting in something new, starting a brand new beginning. For some of you, it's going to be you getting out of a relationship. For some of you, it's going to be getting out of a contract, or getting out of a career, or dissolving or selling a business, or like ending one thing and starting something new. There is a sense here of a brand new beginning that's going to come out of this. It's not the end, right? It's not the end. Like, something brand new is really going to come out of this. And it's going to be beautiful. But it is a much more mature, and it is a much more like, okay, time to get serious kind of feeling. Especially when that Empress came out. When that Empress came out, it was kind of like, okay. I feel so grounded. Like, before I was like, woo! Now I'm like, ooh. Like serious time. Yeah. My dreams, you know, yeah, have faith in my dreams. Like, wow, something is really manifesting and it's really time for me to take this really seriously. That's what I just keep hearing. Like, it's time for me to take this really seriously. You know, whether or not it's a relationship or yourself or your goals or a business or something. Okay. 5812. Let's go and let's get into sorry. Let's go and let's get into the last part of 2023. Thank you guys for sticking it out this long. Let's go and let's get into it. South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. So I am feeling like something from your past might be re-entering, especially if you have some kind of issue. I don't know why I said issue with a Leo energy, or this could be a pride issue. Don't let your pride get in your way again. We kept saying that. You could have an issue with a Pisces too here, but there is a brand new beginning that's happening here. There is still that kind of energy, that kind of, I don't want to call it solemn energy, but it's this very serious energy that's like, wow, this is getting really serious. Like, this is really go time. Like, this is something big, you know. This is something big that I need to really get serious about. Are we really gonna get engaged? Are we gonna get married? Or, oh, like, we're having a kid? Or is this serious? Or, you know, I have a really serious opportunity to have a serious, like, change in my career or something. So it's really time to get very, like, where am I going from here? And I feel like that's where you are in the beginning of fall, you know. August, September, October, that kind of energy. Ooh, this is getting a little further out. So this is getting a lot less predictive and a lot more question marks. That's what I'm feeling. It really depends on the decisions that you make and the decisions that other people are making at the end of like your summer months here. Oof. Yeah. For some of you, you are really realizing that, like, yeah, you need to end a certain situation. You need to walk away from a certain thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, they want to talk about this some before I pull the rest of the cards out. Again, there is an issue around pride, and there is an issue around your past, around something that happened in your past. Now, for some of you, you are going to be in sometime in 2023, you're going to be getting into a relationship with somebody who has had some really nasty exes or has had some really nasty relationships in the past. Things could get serious. This person could be kind of faced with a kind of internal conflict of, do I want to get married again? Do I want to go down this path again? Is this really what I want? So you could have this kind of I don't want to say crisis, because it's not as big as a crisis situation, but there is this kind of like come to Jesus moment, if you know that turn of phrase, where it's like, okay, seriously, there is an opportunity here for somebody that you have a very close relationship with to kind of check themselves and to kind of overcome situations that they found themselves in the past. Okay. Yeah, it's a big crossroads energy here that really involves the decision of somebody else, somebody very significant in your life. So this is very tentative, because it's like, it's very touch and go kind of energy, because it's like, it's not just about you. It also is about what another person is going to decide, which your spirit guides can't really predict. But there is a situation here where you're going to realize that nothing is going to come out of handling a situation a very certain way, or only seeing a situation a very certain way. Like, nothing good or positive is going to come out of it. This is giving me kind of like, things can't continue the way that they have been going, so they need to change. This is a dead end road that we're going down. This is a dead end situation in the way that we've been handling it, and the way that we've been talking about it or discussing it or viewing it. Things have to change. It's time to take action, right? It's going to be time to take your life by the horns and really steer it in a new direction, right? Yeah. Again, more Leo energy here with confidence is key to your success. Having confidence in the success that you will get from this is really, really important. Confidence is really going to be really key to, you know, having that self-confidence, and also I feel like making somebody else feel confidence and confident in where this is going or what this is happening as well. But that's also going to have to come from inside. So Spirit is saying with this new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. This is going to be the beginning of the last part of your year of the fall, like really, really deeply into. I really feel like August is going to be a very pivotal month. In your 2023 August is going to, there are going to be a lot of major decisions made for yourself that are really going to color the your life moving forward, like what direction you and other people around you choose to take around this event that's happening is really going to set out the next couple of years of your life, right? So Spirit is saying take some time. That's why I feel like that's why I feel so grounded, right? Because you're really, really taking that time to really ground yourself and be like, what do I really want? What is really going to make it work for me? And I feel like in the end, you know, as long as you go forward with the sense that prosperity lies ahead, you know, and I feel okay. Okay, I feel a raise in the vibration now. So I feel like something might happen. You might go through something. You might lose someone. You know, you might some kind of change is going to happen that might have you feeling a little bit down for a little bit. You might be like, wow, I didn't really expect this to happen. Wow, there's a lot. It feels like a lot of very serious conversations that you need to have with yourself, with your lawyers, or with your partners, or with, like I said, people in your life. If this is choosing to end a career or end something and begin something new, it's a very moment of, okay, seriously, the next few weeks I need to be on my game, and I need to be serious, and I need to be about this, and I need to be meditating, and I need to be really diving down deep into myself, really setting this up, you know. And for some of you, I'm hearing that even for some of you, I'm hearing bar exam. Some of you might have a situation here where in the last part of the year you are taking a really important exam, or you're graduating from a really important, like you might be getting your degree, writing your dissertation, um, graduating from, you know, like, or trying to finish your graduate program or something like that, or taking a bar exam, taking a test, something like that, that's going to get very serious. It's going to get very serious around that time, okay? It's going to get in your life, and there are going to be several weeks of a lot of very intense focus, intense study, intense something where you're just like, you could even be preparing for something. I mentioned earlier, it's like, you want me to do that talk? It could be you doing some really intense work around yourself and around getting yourself or your body or yourself mentally prepared for what's going to happen here in August, okay? And it's going to be a very important pivotal time. It's very serious, whatever's happening here. It's really important to your career, to your life, to your family, to something here, okay? Yeah. But again, you know, again, Spirit is saying prosperity is lying ahead because you are taking this time to really seriously think about it, right? To slow down and really think about it, to remind yourself you and your loved ones are safe. You're going to be okay. You're going to be safe. You're going to be protected. You're going to, you know, you're going to work through this. It's going to be okay, right? It is going to be okay. Prosperity lies ahead, period, right? And please don't forget how important communicating your wants, your desires with your partner, with the people around you, is going to be very important. Expressing your needs and your wants and your desires, excuse me, with confidence is going to, and knowing, right? It's going to be so important to spend this time meditating, contemplating, so that you know, so that you can speak from a true grounded self, what you really want, what you really need. And if you come and you communicate that clearly, right, it's going to go so much smoother. Um, if you let your emotions take you out of your zone, you know, yeah, there's something here that you need to understand. You're good enough. Like, you can make it through this. You have the confidence, you have the tools, you can make it through whatever this is. So if this is an issue with a partnership, y'all can make it through this. You just got to work. You got to work through it. You got to talk through it. Even if that means the relationship is ending, you can make it through this, right? And it's going to be okay. You're going to be safe and guided and protected, period, through this happening, okay? You are going to be safe and guided and protected. You're worth this. You're worth whatever you're asking for, whatever you need, whatever, you're worth it. Please keep that in your mind. Your wants, your desires, your dream, your faith, your goals, it's worth it. Stick, what is this really about? Right? For some of you, this could even be about you having an argument with a partner or with somebody and being like, this is where I want my career to go, or this is an amazing opportunity for me. And this person, this place, these people, family members, they might have something negative to say about it, right? And you're like, seriously? Like, I really need to think about this. Like, it could be you moving, it could be you starting something, investing a lot of money in something, but again, Spirit is just reiterating, don't go off emotions, don't go off being triggered, go off of really deep thoughts on what you really want. Do a lot of journaling and a lot of getting down to why and what you need, and come up with and communicate what you need clearly. It's going to make all the difference. It's going to make all the difference in the world. And remember that you need to know what your goals are and to know what you want your outcome to be, and set that as your vision, right? Set that as your vision moving forward. Yeah. North Node. This is really, like, you are really going to be about, this is about my legacy. This is about my dreams. This is about my purpose. This is about me moving forward. I can't hold on to any kind of negativity that you, or any kind of fears that somebody else might be holding on to. Like, you're going to have to remain positive and love and light in this situation about yourself. Okay. Really think about you stepping out of your comfort zone on this. So like I said, this, or for some of you, this could be about you ending a relationship. For some of you, this could really be about somebody really wants to be with you, and you're like, I'm kind of scared because I've been having such a good time. I've been having months of freedom, and I've been having months of just having a good time. Like, do we really want to change this dynamic? Do we want to change this dynamic by getting married? Like, is that really what we want? Like, or do I want to change our dynamics by having a kid, by starting a family? I don't know. Like, I don't want this to get in the way of me chasing down my dreams or starting my goals. Communication is going to be key. I don't know why that just surprised me so much. Yeah. But there is going to be this opportunity for you to really wake up and really, really deal with this situation here. Yeah. And afterwards, again, like I said, you're kind of going to hit a plateau, hit a little pause moment, and then the energy is going to gain momentum again, leading into to the end of the year. So whatever you decide to invest in, whatever you decide to, like, yep, that's it, this is my decision, this is what I'm going, your spirit guides, the universe is going to, because they're so used to for you saying, this is my goals, this is what I'm doing, and so it just automatically pours energy into that direction. So decide what you really want, decide what you really need, communicate it clearly, and the energy is going to flow very strongly in that direction. And I'm telling you, you're very close to achieving your goals. Towards the end of 2023, you are going to be feeling a lot more ecstatic, because you are going to be realizing, again, this whole year, the year of 2023 for you, the overall energy is going to be some powerful change, okay? 2023 is going to change the trajectory of your life, by the way, and nothing is set in stone. Again, here we are, like, wow. At the end of the year, nothing is set in stone. Like, wow. Things that I thought were impossible, they're happening. Goals that I thought that I would never meet, I'm meeting them. And not just meeting them, I'm crushing them. I'm far exceeding them. Like, my life, my goals, my dreams, my vision boards, and all of the things that I wanted, like, boom, 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 boom. It's lined up in my life. What possibilities could be happening? 2023 changed how I thought I could live my life. So what are we doing next? Where to from here? What's next? Because the energy is gaining, this energy of Possibilities are open. Nothing's set in stone. Things that I thought were a given are not as much of a given as I thought they were. There's going to be so much change, and it is so important for you to set your goals and to set your wants and to set your dreams, right? Yes, it is not too late. It's not the end of the year yet, or even if it's the beginning of the year, it doesn't matter, okay? Set, do those manifestation boards, create that manifestation jar, write out your goals and your wants, read them off to yourself every day, be making little steps towards those goals every day. Finish this year out really freaking strong and start crushing 2023. And I'm telling you, a lot of you are just going to be so amazed by the changes that are just gonna come like crazy, like whip it into your life. Like, it's insane. It's kind of insane to me, honestly. Like, that's crazy. Okay, so the last little bit to end your 2023. Exactly. Your hard work is paying off, so don't let your pride get in your way. Okay? Um, don't let your fears get in your way, because you're crushing it. You might have a little something that kind of gets you a little wobbly. That kind of might get you a little wobbly here, right? In like early fall, late summer of 2023. But by the end of the year, you're gonna kind of be realizing like, okay, it's time for another change, right? You went through a lot of change in 2020, in 2022. And there's going to be just as much change in 2023, but a lot of it is going to be more clearly positive, right? Because it was already positive that certain friends and family members and certain relationships and careers were ending for you. It might just not have felt as positive, but in the end, it is going to be, is opening up a lot of doorways, a lot of possibility for a lot of the crazy cool stuff that's going to be happening for you in 2023, right? And I think you're going to have a very similar moment at the end of 2023 where you are like, where am I going here to 2024? What's really happening? And you're going to have this moment here. I want to get more into this because this card keeps coming up here. What is this pride? What is this issue here with their pride, with this Leo energy might they have? They might be having. Is it seeing their success? Yeah, it's really, really allowing whatever this energy is right here to really, yeah, for some of you it is. For some of you it's about getting more into this receptive energy, stepping back. So there's going to be another transition. Remember how I was saying I was feeling really strong, like masculine energy starting? It's a lot of creation energy. It's a lot of drive energy. It's a lot of going forward, forward, forward. That energy is going to be happening a lot. And in the fall and in the winter of 2023, you're going to be getting more back into this feminine energy of sitting back, setting back, being more passive in your energy and allowing things to attract and come into you. And it's going to be attracting a brand new beginning here for you that's going to be kicking off your 2024. For some of you, I'm not even going to lie, yeah. For some of you, this is going to be about walking away from a mother figure in your life, or walking away from an authority figure that could be letting their pride or letting some kind of issue like that really affect them. Yeah. This is really about you, yeah. It's traveling, changing a momentum, allowing some situation to end and to change, and for you to walk away. For you to not let so much pride stop you from walking away from a situation that is not serving you, so that you can have a brand new beginning. Don't ever be scared to walk away from something, to have a brand new beginning. And that's the energy Spirit wants you to have. Sorry, I had to plug up my device. Yeah, don't ever be scared to walk away from something if it's not serving you. Yeah, it's a tower moment here. Another opportunity here. Again, this situation kept popping up earlier in the year. On the end of 2022, we talked about that, of a situation here popping up, an opportunity, and a tower popping up here, right? And it's really going to be about how you're going to handle this. It could even feel like a betrayal, or it could even feel like sabotage. Like, why is this person trying to sabotage me, or trying to end my relationship, or trying to do this? Like, I don't understand. I'm hearing jealousy. Somebody here could be dealing with somebody who's really jealous. This could also be about money. Also, Ten of Pentacles can also be about family for me here. Also, I'm not going to lie. Some of you might be faced with an opportunity to walk away from something. Be, um, and the temptation is going to be a lot of money. It's going to be an opportunity here for you to walk away from a lot of money, or for you to walk away from something. I don't know if it's because of the principle of it. Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like, or are you being prideful by... You're going to have to follow your heart on this situation. For some of you, it's going to be about you letting your pride stop you from walking away, or letting something go, or, you know, giving it up. Like, stop, like, walk away, just let it alone, leave it alone. Don't double down on this. Don't chase this down. Don't get petty about it. Let it go. For some of you, this could even be something in the legal, like in court or something like that. And it's going to be an opportunity where Spirit is just telling you, like, walk away, leave it alone, let it be what it is, you know. Yeah, some of your spirit guides just say, you already won. Don't rub it in their face. So it's going to be about how you decide to handle this situation, to leave it alone, to walk away from it. Don't let your pride make you miss out on an opportunity. Okay. And for some of you, it's going to be about not letting your pride or not getting tempted by a lot of money, or a lot of something that's going to, either way, something is going to tempt you to step out of your energy, out of your place of power, to either get petty, or to chase after money more than to chase after an image, to sell yourself short, or to sell out, or something like that. It's like either you're letting your pride get in the way of you making a decent amount of money, or you're getting tempted to step out of who you are because it'll mean a paycheck. Like, yeah, this might not be the best company to partner with, but it's a paycheck. So, or it's a lot of money. It's like, are you really going to turn down all this money because it's coming from a crooked company? Like, yeah, I am. Yeah, oh wow. King and Queen of Cups. So whoever you are, I just noticed that. Yeah, this is going to be a big karmic lesson here. This is going to be more so about being in your emotions. There's a temptation here for your emotions, for your pride, for your ego, to really make you make a very not so positive love and light decision, right? Yeah. For some of you, it could be in love. Some of you could let your pride of the way that somebody says something to you, or does something to you, or it makes you make a very snap decision, and you could end a relationship or end something because, yeah. I'm sorry. I can't give you whether or not it's one or the other, but it's a situation like that. Again, the energy is still going to be the same no matter what the details of it are. The situation is that your pride, your ego, your shadow self is tempting you to make a very kind of petty or very kind of something. You've been putting so much work into this, and there's a temptation to allow your pride or your ego to kind of blow something up, to blow up an opportunity here. Yeah, it's like your fears, your anxieties. So if it is a situation, I did say that earlier where I said that you were trying to get very serious with a particular person, and their reaction to it might make you question whether or not you want to be in a relationship with them, or question whether or not it's like, well, I really love you, I really want to get serious, but this person might be like, well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get married because I've had, I had a really nasty divorce, or I had a really nasty, I don't know if that's something that I want again. I don't know if that's something I'll ever do again. And you might be like, that really doesn't align with what I want. I know that I want to get married. Or it could be the opposite. You could be the person that wants to stay single, or you could be the person that doesn't want to get involved in something. And your partner or somebody is like, I really love you, I want to get married to you. And you're like, oh, I don't know if that's really what I want. But there's something here about your fear. Work it out. Talk, communicate through it. Work it out amicably. Right? That doesn't mean you have to stay with the person. Working it out might look like, okay, well, me and you have different goals. But like I said earlier, there is something here about never being scared to walk away from something when you know that walking away is the better thing to do. When you don't ever be scared to choose what's right for you, what's truly right for you. Yeah, there's a big lesson in that. It's about choice. You got a big choice here towards the end of 2023. A big choice. That's why things are getting serious. You're like, oh, this is real fucking serious. I gotta take this shit real seriously. Yeah, I swear, for some of y'all, it's about getting married, or it's about something here. Some kind of partnership. It could even be in your friend circle. Yeah. Some of you here also, again, you might end a relationship or realize that something is not an equal give and take here. Okay. Now this is feeling less like love and feeling more like a friendship, or more like a business relationship or something like that. Nothing is set in stone. I'm not really liking the deal that I'm getting out of this. So this is not working out for me. I'm not really liking who this person is or what's really happening here. Fear, yeah, fear, rejection, something like that. This Three of Cups, this third party interference is really trying to stop something from happening here. Yeah. For some of you, this could look like fear of friends or family. Okay, somebody here could have a person they're trying to be in a relationship with, or something that could be really cautioning them against that. Like, again, I'm just making that same example out of that person who had a really nasty divorce. They could have their mother or their father or their brother or their friends or something like that might be like, oh, do you really want to get in this situation again? Do you really want to get married again? I don't know. There's like a third party outside interference here that's really fucking up the give and take flow of the situation. It's kind of turning it on its head, right? And it's really based here in fear. It's really based here in lack of communication of what you really want. So the solution to this is going to be about you really meditating, going inside and finding the solution that best suits for yourself. And to letting that be what you lead for, not to selfishly not care what happens to your partner or to other people or something like that, obviously. But there is this opportunity for some kind of regrets to pop up here, because there is some kind of outside interference here from this devil energy. Now, whether or not that outside interference, like I said, is people, or it's fears, or it's, anxiety about the future, or about not being able to handle something or do something. Yeah. That's definitely tied to this decision, to not letting pride make you make a petty decision or push somebody to make a petty decision. This is about you paying attention to what you're holding on to. Yeah. And to letting go of options, to letting go of the cloud, to letting go of the fantasy, to letting go of the illusion. And to, this isn't about your parents and their relationship. This isn't about this person's ex relationship. This isn't about the way things were in the past. This is about starting something completely new. And there is going to be a kind of pause energy here where everybody's going to be put on pause so everybody can really evaluate and make decisions, make this a decision here. So you might hit another plateau. Exactly. And this is, for a lot of you, this is about a relationship. I'm going to be honest with you. This really is going to be about a relationship, and it's going to be about commitment to a relationship. It's going to be about you breaking away from codependency, or your person breaking away from codependency onto these third party situations. There is going to be walking away. I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to end up working out, and you're really going to end up working out with this person. You're going to end up coming back into union with this person, or you're going to end up making this work. A reconciliation vibe could happen here. I'm not even playing. For some of you, this could also be a person from your past popping back up, or a person from this person's past popping back up. There seems like there's some kind of karmic temptation here popping back up here, and there's this kind of regret of missing out, or regret of things not working out the way that they should have in the past. You might even have a choice between like you or your person, or somebody you're in a relationship with might have a choice between you and a past person, or you could be this person that has a choice in a past person. It's about you combining together the lessons that you've already learned, to cutting yourself off from any kind of codependency or any kind of triggers that you might have had about the past, about not allowing third party interference to pop up in your relationships and in your goals and in where you're moving forward, right? But there definitely could be this energy here of somebody reconciliation possibly popping up. But I think either way, you're going to make the right decision and reconcile with whoever you're really, really meant to be with, right? Like I said, for some of you, if it is like a father of a child, like if you do pop up pregnant with somebody's kid or something like that, or you could pop up or get somebody pregnant or something, I really feel like a reconciliation is going to happen. I really feel like things are going to work out for you. Things are really going to work out for you, but it's possible that you might have somebody that you're dating for a partial of 2023, and then you're going to realize that this person really doesn't work for you, and you might go your separate ways, okay? And then I feel like like I said, you'll be getting back into more of this Empress energy here, and in doing so, having a brand new beginning here, pops up after facing this kind of karmic challenge here, or kind of finding this, facing this fear, or facing this commitment, facing what you're really doing here in this situation. You're going to end up walking away from the drama, walking away from things that don't fit you, going towards your healing energy here, going towards whatever that healing energy is for you, really standing up for yourself, standing in your strength and in your power, breaking away any kind of codependence from anything or anyone that's like dragging down your energy. And you're going to have some kind of reconciliation energy here with this kind of a reconciliation energy here. It's giving me a very like cyclical, like getting into that natural rhythm of sometimes you're going to be in more Emperor energy, sometimes you're going to be in more feminine energy, and it's going to kind of bounce back and forth, and you're going to get into this natural flow in your life of when it's okay to allow it to transition. There might be a little bit of a, who knows, transition area or time, and then you're going to flow into energy. Yeah. Oh, I'm thirsty. Okay. And for the last little bit, I'm going to pull some more cards on this right here because I'm feeling guided to pull on I know this has already been a pretty long reading, but it's already been long, so. My allergies, y'all. Woo! Yeah, this is going to be like a choice energy here for you. But I think in the end, you're going to choose right for you. Whoever that person is, you're going to choose right for you. Because I feel like you're going to, you're going to get back into that, finding that rhythm. When you spend that time at the beginning of fall, really getting at the end of summer, like I said, really getting back into what I really want, who I really am. Yeah. So definitely this person is going to be coming forward, giving a really serious proposition to you. Also, for some of you, I want you to know this could be the same person. You and this person could kind of split for a little bit. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. You and this person might split for a little bit. Excuse me. And this person could come back towards you. It's kind of giving me like you and this person are showing up as a king and queen of cups, and then you're kind of looking in opposite directions. You might even split up for a little bit. And then you're like, oh, no. That definitely is my person. And they come back around. And when this person comes back around, you're both coming back in Emperor, Empress energy, right? Know that, yeah, balance, some kind of balance here. Yeah. So some situation might happen where you're like, oh, I need to get serious, or oh, I need to take a break, or I need to figure out what I'm doing with my life. And then you might break up with this person for a little bit, or they might break up with you. But I feel like before the end of 2023, y'all are going to come back around together. So you might only spend like a month or two apart, and then you're going to be like, that was fucking terrible. I hated not being with you anymore. Like, I hated this. There ain't nobody out there that holds a candle to you. That's not what I want. You are what I want. You're who I want to be with. F that. I'm going to come back towards you. I'm going to come back towards you in this Emperor energy, because nah. Because nah. You my wife. You my husband. What did I just say? Because nah. You my wife. You my husband. I'm going to put a ring on that, because I can't tell you how heartbroken I was at the thought of not being with you anymore. I thought that's what I wanted. I thought that's what I wanted. But I went and freaking found out right quick. When I left, I went and found out, nah, fam. All I want to do is go right back to you and commit to you. I want to work on this. Period. Like, I want to work on this. You, my Empress. You, my Empress. Let's have a brand new beginning. I'm so sorry. I got so scared. This third party energy made me so scared, right? Whatever it was, my past, my friends, my family, my parents, whatever it was, this person got scared and they started self-sabotaging a little bit, or you started self-sabotaging a little bit. I don't know. One of y'all had to get checked. Maybe both of y'all had to get checked. I don't know. But y'all were just like, nah, like this third party energy, this interference energy, it had me so scared. I was so scared. I had to chill out. I had to chill out. I had to take a step back. I needed a little break, right? But I was in nothing but turmoil the whole time we were apart. Like, I hated it. I completely hated it, And I hope that you needed. Okay, so this is giving me an energy of you, whoever the feminine energy here in this dynamic is, whoever is resonating more in the feminine energy, had to be like, you testing my boundaries, boy. You testing my boundaries. You're going to back up against this electric fence and get shocked and get found out. I'll kick you to the curb. I love you, but I will never not walk away from a situation if it's testing my boundaries. Again, spirit saying, like they said earlier, don't ever be scared to walk away from a situation if it's not right for you, right? Even if you are so in love with this person, if this person's not treating you right, if this person's not giving you the attention you deserve, or if they're not doing something, bounce them against your boundaries. Let them fucking know. They want to test your boundaries, let them get burnt. Say, oh, you're crazy. I'll walk away from this right quick. I love you, but I love myself more. Don't ever think I won't check you on that shit. Don't ever think I'll let you just get away with any inner energy that you want to. No, sir. You want to come over here? You need to come up here. If you can't step up, don't fucking step up. Okay? If you can't show up, don't fucking step up. Step off. Right? If you can't show up, don't step up. And I'm not scared to bounce that ass right on out. Okay? Don't ever think that. And there's something in that. There's something in you standing in your Empress energy, you stepping back and saying, whoa, let me step back into my Empress energy, because you're not finna act like that to me. Something about that makes this person like, whoa, wait a minute, that's a real one. Whoa, wait a minute, that's a real one. Or whoever it is, you step back into your power. Yes, okay, I know why. Okay, because I remember I remember watching one time back in the day when not president, when Prince William and Kate were getting married. I remember there was this whole thing where people were talking about there was a time that they broke up. There was a time that they broke up. And I remember my mom sitting down talking to me about it, and she was like, she handled, regardless of how you think about them now, where we are now, at the time, people were like, she handled that so perfectly, right? She went out, she made herself seen, but she wasn't doing the most. There's something here about you knowing your worth and being like, you might be the love of my life, you might be my perfect match, but you ain't gonna come at me in any kind of low vibration. You're not gonna talk to me or treat me any way that you want to. You want to prioritize whatever this third party is. You want to prioritize your mom or your friends or what somebody else says. You want to prioritize your healing. Cool, go heal. And this person's like, well, no, well, I'm just scared. Well, no, I know what I want. I know that I deserve to get wifed down, or I know what I deserve. If you're not ready to give me what I deserve, I completely respect that and I love you. Go figure it out. Go figure yourself out, and I'll go give myself to somebody who's ready. There's something in that triggers something inside this person. They're like, no fucking way. I can't believe. I don't know. There's something so classy about the way you handle it. You're not like, F you anyway, I'm worth this. You're just kind of like, okay, I love you, but I'll leave you if you're not ready to step up. If you're not ready to step up, or if you're not ready to show up the way that I need my husband to show up, that's fine. I don't hate you for it. But if you want to prioritize whatever this third party energy is, right? Whatever this third party energy is that got this person all hung up, right? We talked about that, these fears, these whatever it is. If you're not ready, that's cool. I don't think less of you. I just think you're not right for me. Cool. Go handle your business. If you're scared to get married again, I want to get married. So I love you, and that's great. I love our relationship, but if you're not ready, go. Go be with somebody else that doesn't want to get married. Go be with somebody else that doesn't want this. These are my goals, and this is what I want. I love you, and we can go our separate ways in love and light. You go and do whatever you need to do. And there's something about that. I'm telling you, this person is like, you're the one. You're the one. They might separate, but there's something about it. Like the thought of you, of not being with you, or the thought of being separated from you, the way you handle everything, you know, the way that people around them handle when the breakup happens, they're just like, fuck that. Fuck that. That person's my victory. That person, this is always a big tower moment for this person. You said, don't ever think I won't check you. Don't ever think I won't check you and kick you to the curb, because I will. I will. I'm not going to do it with malice. I'm not going to do it with misintent. I've communicated with you what I need. I'm telling you where I'm coming from. You're telling me that whatever this third party interference is more important to you. The fear, whatever it is, you want to give into that, that's your business. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to dive into this with you. I'm not going to connect to you on this fear. I'm not going to tolerate you not facing this. And something about that, this person's like, that's it. That's my person. That's literally you ending the relationship with them over this or whatever this is, and the way you do it and the way you handle yourself afterwards, because you handle it very classy. There's something about that this person is just like, I can't let you get away. I can't, and not in the sense of like, I control you. I own, not like that, right? This person is just like, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one right there. They have so much love and self-respect for themselves, because I know how much they love me. There's some, yeah, it sends this person deep into thought, into themselves, and they're like, nah, fam. Nah, fam. I can't. I'm so heartbroken by that. My intuition is screaming at me, the fuck are you doing? That's the one. That's your Empress. What are you doing? You fucking up, boy. Regret. There's that regret. That person looking at those 3 of cups like, why did my friends convince me that I did to break up with this person? No. No, I didn't. They're the love of my life. That's my wife. That's my husband. That's no. No way. They're the one. They're the one. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Gets this person off in their feelings. They're like, why was I stepping up to this Empress in a King of Cups mode? Why was I doing that? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's gonna make you shine bright, like the morning star. Like this person's gonna be like, my God, like you are such a kind and loving person, but you got those boundaries, and you're gonna use that sword, and you're gonna cut me if I fuck up. You're the one. You're the one. I can't miss out on this. I can't miss out on this. Am I letting my fear from the past self-sabotage myself out of this perfect relationship, or out of this, clearly this is my one relationship? Am I really going to let my fears or my anxiety or my relationship with my ex or my fears of my friends or my family, am I really going to let that stop me from being with the person that I love? Am I really going to do that? No, I'm not. I gotta stand up, and this person is gonna, I think this is the last little bit of this person's journey. You know how they say that the emperor is all of the kings, the empress is all of the queens. You really solidifying and using that Queen of Swords energy that you have to be like, I'll bounce you out. I know my worth. It's making this person see you as this Queen of Pentacles, somebody who knows their worth, who knows their value, who knows what they bring to a situation, and they're not scared to cut it off because they know that they can get it from another person. Might not be you, but I'm gonna get it from somebody else because I know my worth and I know my value. And it makes this person start this journey of being a page of wands and stepping up into a king of wands. And I feel like this king of wands energy is the last thing this person needs to show up like an emperor now, because they were showing up as a king of cups before, and now suddenly they want to show back up in your life as an emperor. And it's because they needed to do some kind of emotional maturing. They needed to do some kind of emotional upgrading inside of themselves. They needed to learn how to stand up and defend themselves and go, I don't care what anybody else in this bitch thinks. I don't care about any of this junk right here. What I care about is turning around and seeing my 2 of cups. What I care about is bringing justice to my person. And I wasn't bringing justice to my person. You know, do I really want to be unhappy for the rest of my life to make other people in my life happy? No. No. Just bing. It's opening this person's mind up. They're like, nah, F that. Not F that. Exactly. I need to turn around and see my 2 of cups. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I was self-sabotaging a beautiful relationship. I stabbed myself in the back. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing not showing up and not doing right by this person? I have a soul contract to do this, to show up. Opportunities opening up, communication. Baby, I want you to be my wife or my husband. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to have my own boundaries and set the law down to my friends or my family or whatever it is. This is a karmic lesson this person needs to learn. For real, though. So that they can become that King of Pentacles, too. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, and look, it ends this cycle and starts a rebirth in the strength energy for this person, 100%. Yeah, because they're here. See that devil energy in the back? They're overcoming this worry, this fear, whatever it is. I think for some of y'all, it really is a fear that they're going to be hurt again. This person is so scared that they love you so much that they're kind of self-sabotaging themselves out of a beautiful relationship here. And they're allowing the wants and exactly. Eight of Swords. It's about their own mind, their own perceptions. They're just like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can stand up. I don't know if I can. And then they're just like, you're like, okay, bye. This person is like, okay, bye. No, 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 no. I'm leaving with you. I'm leaving with you. Yeah, I'm standing up. Like, nah, this is my wife. Nah, this is my family. Nah, I'm not. I'm not letting y'all sabotage me out of this. I'm not sabotaging myself out of this. This is a really important part of y'all two's spiritual journey together, of y'all's soul contract together. Is this person facing this and feeling the regret? Let this person feel the regret of losing you. Feel the regret of their actions. Let them feel the regret of their choices. Wow. 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 Okay. Wow. Look. Yeah. They're going to come rushing back. They're going to come rushing back to this. They're going to defend this. They're going to stand up for this relationship and they're going to commit to you. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. And for the majority of you, this is going to be the same person. But for some of you, a few of you, like 3 or 4 of you, Spirit is saying this could be a new person. You could kick a King of Cups to the side because you guys just are going in different directions and it is what it is, you know. And then, boom, you run into your Emperor and you're like, there it is. There's the real thing. And for a lot of you, this is going to be a person that you're going to be in a relationship with. Everything's going great. Then something's going to happen. Something's really going to come up. Some fear, some insecurity, some self-sabotage is going to come up. You're going to kick this person to this curb and they're going to come back around as an emperor. So either way, either they're going to come back around like for some of you it's going to be so quick. By the way, Spirit wants you to know that for some of you, this person's going to come back around too soon. They're going to come back around like a week later and you're going to be like, nah, I need to see some serious change in your behavior. I know you didn't change in a week. But for some of you, this person's going to come back like a month or 2 later or something like that. And it's not going to be question marks for you. It is going to be 100% for sure that this person has changed. That this person is like, nah, 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 nah. I can't miss this. And by the end of 2023, I feel like you are going to be in a really serious union here. Maybe even with your life partner. Wow. Wow. That's pretty quick. If you really think about it, for some of y'all might be thinking a year away, but yeah. Wow. Again, 2023 is going to be different for all of you, and the general energy is going to be about the same, which is why I don't feel weird about getting these energies here. Whoa, this was a 2-hour reading, you guys. I'm not exhausted. I was just about to say I'm exhausted, but then I thought, actually, I'm not that exhausted, which is good. That means that there's not going to be so much draining energy here. That at the end of it, you're going to have the tools that you need to really bounce back. It's not going to be as hard. There's going to be things here, because I feel like there were things in 2022 that really made you like, it really might have, like situations might have happened, breakups might have happened, end of friendships or end of jobs might have happened, and it really kind of threw you off your journey for a little bit. It threw you out of alignment for a little bit. 2023 is going to be about you improving and really solidifying that and really cutting out all that like wobble with who you are and what you really want, getting into that, this is me, this is who I am, this is what makes me happy. And when things happen, that wobble is not going to be so fierce. It's not going to be like pushing you over. It's going to be like you just wobbling for a second and coming right back, So like I said, there's not going to be that much in 2023 that's going to throw you for a loop for like a while. This thing that happens at the end of 2023 is going to throw you for a little bit of a loop, a little bit. But like I said, you're going to be like, let me take a moment, let me take a break, let me take out of this, let me get in my energy, let me not react, let me respond to things, let me find my grounding, found my center, know what's right for me, and go forward regardless of what that means for other people, in the sense of obviously not doing things that are like, well, this is good for me, but it might damage and tear. No, not that, obviously, but It's about understanding, like, I'm not supposed to let other people's fears stop me from living the life that I want to live. I'm not about to let other people's hang-ups stop me from chasing my dreams, or being the person that I'm not going to be scared to be the person that I need to be. And I'm not going to be scared to tell people what I need and what I expect, and to have expectations. And if they don't want to meet those expectations, they can bounce the fuck out of my life. And that's okay, because somebody else will step up. That's okay. I'll let you go. Somebody else will step up. It's okay. I'll let this go. Another contract will come up. It's okay. When it's meant to work out, it'll work out. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, that was a really long reading. Thank you for everyone who stuck around all the way to the end. I really appreciate you guys so very much. I hope that this gave you the love, light, and clarity that you really needed. Obviously, at the end of the day, 2023 hasn't happened yet. Not for me, at least, as I'm filming this. It might have already happened for you, and you could be looking back on this like, damn, wow. Or you could be looking back on this, but not really. And then that's not your reading. Isn't that convenient? It's not your reading if it's not right. Especially if it's already passed, obviously. But, but, um, yeah, this isn't things, tarot just gives you possibilities, especially with predictive readings like this. It's always possibilities. There's always room for growth, or, for choices to be made in a different direction, and to change things, or to, there's always chance. There's always those things. There's always your choices and other people's choices that can change the trajectory of how things are going. But as we're going right now, this is how your 2023 is looking. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you don't like something that you heard, you always have the possibility to choose something different and to change it in a positive direction. If it's something that you didn't like, make a different choice and see where it takes you. Okay, thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you to your spirits and guides for guiding you here. If you like the content, give it a like, for God's sakes. Okay, give it a like, for God's sakes. Comment down below and let me know if this resonated with you. Okay, even if you're into the future. Hey, future people, what's it like in the future? What's going on? Let me know in the comment section down below. Appreciate you guys. If you made it all the way to the end of the reading, I don't know, put a sunshine in 2024. Put a little sun emoji or something like that. Let me know what's going on down there. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me. If you're watching this as this is happening live, I really hope that you had a wonderful end of your year, that you had a good holiday season with your friends and with your family. I hope you guys make it through, and you're still making it through. We're almost out of this Mars retrograde, so don't let the energy get to you, okay? Things are aligning back up. Thank the Lord. Thank the universe that this craziness of 2022 and all these retrogrades and everything that we had, and everything being in disalignment, is coming and ending, and things are going to feel a lot better. And I think you're going to definitely feel the energy shift in 2023. So thank you guys so very much for being here. If you are interested in getting a personal reading from me, no matter the time, no matter what it is, check the description box down below. If that's still a viable email, I don't know why I thought to say that, but check the description box down below. Let me know what's going on. Reach out to me. All right. And also, if you're interested in any of the cards that I ever use in any of my readings or any of that stuff, the description, this is down in the description box down below. Go check it out. Okay. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. Appreciate you deeply, as always, my loves, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.